Hello and welcome again. I'm Catherine Young, and this is our channel, Our Courage to Heal podcast. Before we begin, let me just say this. I'm not a professional healer and I cannot diagnose. I'm just another person who has been wounded but guided to receive healing. And now I'm here to share my story with you so that hopefully you too can find your courage to heal and stay on the healing journey. Now, let's begin. So, for the last two episodes, you have heard about pain, mess, and vulnerability. I think that's what we often feel when we are deep in the trenches. It's just dark, gloomy, and ugly. But somehow, many of us choose to stay there. Why is that? Maybe our systems have shut down? Maybe the shock paralyzes us? Maybe we're just too scared. In this episode, I really want to share my first taste of pure love and gratitude shortly after I embrace healing. I would also like to dedicate this episode to you, my doctor, my midwife, and my kind office manager. Thank you for going out of your way to love and care for us when we are broken. Thank you with all of me. Chapter 3: Appreciating the Beauty in Chaos. As you know, I miscarried and became really down. So one day, I declared a vacation from my life, my business, my family, my friends, my everything. I felt a strong need to be away consciously. I felt at peace making this decision. I started randomly trying different forms of healing, whichever I felt most aligned with. After the first few healing sessions, yes, those crazy ones I mentioned included, I started sketching. One fine day, I felt this urge to start doodling. It was very unusual because it's been years since I felt this way. Anyway, I got my textures and I just started doodling. I thought it was going to be a very dark sketch, but it wasn't. I instinctively started playing with joyous colors. I was just drawing mindlessly, and I felt very peaceful when I finished. I signed off "C'est la vie." I didn't know what or when it happened. But the grey skies seemed to have parted and I felt the rainbow. Though what had happened still had happened, I managed to catch different scenes in my story. I found the hidden rainbow that's always within us. I started recalling all the beautiful things that happened along the way during the darkest period. I found the field of blooming flowers that I might have sighted on a drive. I saw a letter. That mindless, colorful sketch I was doodling just makes so much sense now. I was never alone. Yes, something happened. I fell into the trenches, but that event, that actual happening, the loss of my last pregnancy, actually lasted for maybe a week. The rest of the time, more than a year of healing, and even within that week of the miscarriage, I did receive lots of love, care, blessings, and even fun. I can't even begin to list down the amount of efforts my partner put in to bring me away on road trips despite him grieving too. He only had one mission: to stay together and heal together as one. I thought about this chapter. I think when we are wounded, our systems tend to give laser-sharp focus on the tragic, and that's why the goodness in life came in and then swiftly disappear into the background. That's why we always remember the sad moment when we recall that period of time. That all seemed normal, right? Well, it can be. But it can also be the otherwise. When we start healing, we see a broader spectrum of things. And it just happens so naturally as well. Just like we experience lack of sleep and become grouchy and snappy, but after a nap, we become a nicer person and forgot that we were grouchy before. Healing is like that. It was dark And after healing, it just becomes brighter. The vulnerability and sadness kind of fades off, and we get to experience this love and gratitude for the other things that had happened also in parallel. And this love and gratitude is so healing to the soul, and it stays with you. I remember my OB. Throughout this whole roller coaster pregnancy, the amount of care, privacy, and empathy he always extends to us, especially the final visit, left me in awe for the magnitude of love in mankind. I entered the practice for the very last time. The space was empty, but strangely filled with warmth. The receptionist greeted me and went on to quietly inform the midwife, "She's here." The midwife came and guided me in gently, embracing me in her arms. It mattered to them. I'm not just a patient number in their books. I have a name, my baby had a journey, my pregnancy matters to them, and I matter too. I did forget about myself long ago, especially since an eventful childhood, and even more so after being a mom. So this love from the team felt greater than love. I was in awe. My OB was gentle, kind, loving, and attentive throughout the whole pregnancy. In fact, he was on the call with me while I was delivering the fetus at home. He was just there. His presence was supportive, strong, and kind. The midwife felt like family, but kinder. Before I left, the practice manager told me not to worry about the bills. She reminded my husband and I that we have each other before a gentle goodbye. I felt so much that day. It was breathtaking. But shortly after, I lived my days crying and I forgot about this experience. Now that I'm feeling so much better, the gratitude I feel is immense. I'm speechless. I'm in awe. I wish you could feel this deep universal love embracing you. If you are worried about the mess you may experience during healing, I'm here. I'm here to share with you the liberating energy, the love, the gratitude, the restored faith in humanity. These are priceless. They are beautiful. And they come with healing, and they will stay with us once we experience them. It's time to let go of what has been. When we daydream about a better life, we are fast outgrowing our past. Our hearts yearn to commit to a healing journey that supports our personal growth and transformation so that we can cross this chapter before us now. We are curious and excited about the next chapter in our life. So, feel the excitement, the feeling of rekindled hope and joy, and bravely step out now. We can overcome all obstacles when we commit ourselves to healing, to find a life that supports to authentically us no matter what. The success is imminent. Allow our hearts to bring us to a path that supports all areas of our life. Live by beliefs and values we hold true to our hearts. Take a step at a time and look forward to the healing breakthrough that will bring us joy, love, gratitude, light, and the knowing that we are finally connected with our true selves. We will feel a lightening up after a difficult time, an increasing clarity, a start of a positive path for us, and most importantly, emotional freedom. We will feel free to accept and embrace the individualities in ourselves and others, so as has been in our life's chapters and others. Judgments will fall away. Defensiveness will fall away. And our fear will fall away. And we will rise. We will step up to rejoice and embrace the beautiful life we have always had. It's our birthright to be us, to be joyful, and to be the love of our life. Relax in your state of being. Allow your heart the time and space to be healed, and allow light and love to enter your life. We always hold our courage to be healed within us. When we open our heart space, we will have a knowing what healing suits us, with the joy and the positive knowing that a better life is coming. We feel excited and hopeful about working with the healing guides, and we will want to put in the commitment to want to be healed. We are never alone. Life is beautiful in its own way, and that has been so for you and your life. The universe loved us and will lovingly guide us to heal our wounds. Feel brave to receive healing. Feel brave to say yes to finding a healing guide, and then another healing guide that will suit us better as we progress in our journey. Feel brave to keep going and keep receiving healing. Feel brave to love ourselves first. We hold the natural ability to find the sweetness in life necessary to sustain hope and heal our hearts. Connect to our restorative power, the deep rest of body and mind. Breathe into every cell of your being and relax your mind and body. Feel our hope for renewal and security. Look within, where there's tremendous healing power waiting for us. Give our hearts the time and space it needs to do what's best for us. We can do this. We can find the beauty in our hearts and then find our way to ourselves by letting the light in our hearts shine through. Dear one, with so much love and hope for you to be happy and well again, I will be rooting for you, one episode shared at a time. Thank you for listening today.